Hello, I'm Justin McEwen. I am writer and director, and this is behind the scenes look of our new recent film, Duel of HTML. Figure out what you're going to do for the lightsabers for the video.
As in effect-wise?
Yeah, kind of like what exactly did you research? Where did you research? And what did you come up with?
Mostly YouTube. YouTube, you can find anything on there for tutorials, whatever it may be. Actually, when you showed me the Ryan versus Dortmund, that was actually a pretty good reference for what maybe the sabers need to look like. And then from there, it was just kind of looking at other stuff, how to actually do lightsabers, mostly with rotoscoping. And then there was I remember Phil suggested some other kind of chroma keying, I think that's what he said. I didn't exactly look into that, because every time I looked at it, it's always rotoscoping, which is probably the best quality to have for a lightsaber. Because you're able to have, because to do it, you have to have multiple layers, and you just get better looking from it.
So Zach, could you tell us what exactly this lightsaber is made out of?
It's made out of 12-inch, I think, extension pipe, about 4, 8, 16 rubber O-rings, duct tape, and then right here we have a little PVC kind of fitting or something to give it a nice little seal to it. PVC pipe and electrical tape, and we made the button out of, I think, a tape slicer. Then we basically hot glued that down, taped it up. That's what we got.
And we're going to have a couple of models too, right? This is the one where we have the lightsaber with, when it's on, and then we're going to have another model with it off.
Yes, where it's just the handle.
Yeah. And this is Jake. He's going to be playing the light side.
Yep.
Are you nervous?
Yep. I'm afraid I'll show my awesome powers of lightsaber.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't know you actually had powers.
Yep.
Can you kind of tell us what exactly those powers are?
Mind control. Yep.
Mind control.
And I can use the Force.
We don't stand a chance. There was one point where I swung the blade though, and it almost came out. We had PVC pipe and this extension pipe, and what we did was we took this foam-like material, and stuck it down in there. We also had tape and hot glue to help the support and everything, and it was still a little floppy, but that's okay. It came out fairly well in my opinion. But there was one point at the very beginning of the day of shooting, it almost came flying out, and I was scared because this was in my house, and I was afraid we were fixing to break something, and I was gonna die the day of shooting. All right, Zach, can you tell us what's the purpose of the tape around the blade?
Editing.
Could you get a little more detail into that?
Well, when we're editing the thing and I'm adding all the effects to the lightsabers to make them look like sabers, the tape is so I don't lose track of the blade. So with double colors and multiple colors. And
what's going to be the color of this blade?
Blue.
Because it's got
blue on every section.
Gotcha.
And then we've got more that are in the here.
Hi, kitty.
And here's
double blade.
what I'll be using.
So
as you can tell,
cool.
It's going to be red. That's all the red. Probably one of the biggest and heaviest ones we've made.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's good. 2 pipes together. It's really hard, and then if you have which is blue.
Red.
Red. Red. Yeah, red.
I can see that. That one's mine.
A lot of hard work, very physical.
Physical?
Very physical. Especially the garage scene. That was torture. Plus, it was a good experience on trying to get continuity in a film to keep fluent, to keep it the flow to go and everything like that. Because like in our first one with AH, didn't really have to do that. This one, it was more of a challenge getting the look right and go from scene to scene. How do you think it's all going to come out in the end?
I think no matter how it comes out, it was a very fun experience. No matter what. I don't know one scene we were doing. Despite we were sweating, almost passing out, getting hurt. You know, it didn't matter what we were doing. We were always laughing at the end of every scene because of something happening. And almost every scene you see has a blooper, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't show every blooper.
A lot of hard work, but quite fun just to hunting down the materials we needed to make it. And a lot of money.
I found it to be a pain. It was a pain in the process trying to gather all the material. Gathering material for the sabers was one thing. And then building them was just a whole different level. You know, you have to realize we were outside in a barn cutting some of this stuff up and you know, sweating away. It was when it was 100 degrees outside, and it wouldn't even be a couple minutes. We'd spend an hour to hours out there just working away.
Check your scenes, so make sure there's not make sure there's not stuff in the background you don't want in the background.
That's a good question, because the one thing I told myself I wouldn't do, but I keep doing it in every film I do, and that's act and direct. I never like acting and directing. In fact, originally for Duel of HTML, we had another person to come on set and play the dark side, but he later informed me that he was unable to do so, and I just filled in for him.
Always review your clips after every shot.
I'm thinking storyboards are a better route for that, for the reason that it might lead to better choreography later on.
Try to maybe also get multiple angles on certain scenes.
There were other little things that we made up on just on the spot that I think turned out great.
No, I'm not gonna think of.
Okay.
Research, about it.
Research your stuff.
Research everything that if you plan on making a film, whether it be sabers, a shootout of any kind, or just some story you and your friends came up with or something. Research out, see what other people are doing. You could kind of get good references from there and kind of figure out the direction you need to go in. About it.
There, you know, plan ahead. And when I say plan ahead, you know, this has probably already been said. It has been said. Do your research. Just plan everything out, and you know there are different ways to do that. There are so many different ways to do that, and I've tried every single one. And I know it can be a very tedious thing trying to schedule for a film. It really is. So. That's the only thing I really have to say, and I can't stress that enough, actually. Plan ahead.